Cowabunga gamers, welcome back to another episode of Technological Journey. Last time we managed to get the large rocket engine set up, and these have been supplying us a boatload of power. Between last episode and now, we have basically filled this LUV, actually ZPM now, battery tower. And we also worked on getting UU matter for the wetware mainframes, and I'm happy to report, if I can find them, they're over here. Yeah, we have a bunch, as in like enough to start UU production. So this episode we're gonna hopefully get the mainframe and maybe start working on fusion reactor tier 3, see how far we can get with that. But first, let's get the mainframe. So to get UU matter, we need to put it in a mixer, and we have a mixer in the multi-room I would like to use. Right, we couldn't use this because we needed UV components. Right, since UU matter requires a UV mixer. So let's figure out what we need. So I believe I made some patterns. Yeah, patterns for the components we're going to need. So why didn't we build these? I think we didn't build these because we need a UV. We need a UV assembler, right? Which meant that we needed UV components. So elite assembler for CPM, IV, and LUV. So let's get a quick pattern in for this. And hopefully now, can we make this, or what are we missing? Probably a few components. Oh, just titanium gears, which is really nice, actually. Because this is not bad at all. UV assembler? Start. Okay, good. So we're not missing any titanium, which I was worried we would be. Ooh, that's right. The magnetic neodymium rods are very slow. Very, very slow. So I think that gives us a reason to look at the polarizer. I think we're still using a and this we need room. We need room for this. Another thing I've done between episodes is I've started laying out the foundations for the, what is this, the west side of the base now. I've just been working away on this between episodes, building it out, but it's coming along nicely. So while we wait for the assembler to work, what do we want to do? We need to figure out a place to put this. So let's head over to, not machine 2. I think machine 1 might be a better place for this. Because all we really need, these are ZPM. Yeah, these are ZPM machines. Oh, here we go. Ooh. I forgot tools. So we're gonna need these, and we might as well grab those. Okay, so let's head back over here. Another thing we're gonna need is a transformer from UV to ZPM, or ZPM to UV. Voltage in. Yeah, so we want one of these, which means we need a ZPM machine hull. Ooh. 4 of these. What else? 2 of these, and then what was that cable? The quad alloy cable. Was that a 4? No, that was a 2. Okay, perfect. So let's get this quickly set up. So it's going to come out of here into here, right? So this needs to step up, which is a soft hammer. And this is the input. This is the output. So we need... these should work for now, right? Let's make a few more of these since we'll probably be making a pattern at another date later. So we need to see what frequency this is. Oh, these are still going. They're just slow. So this is 01A1. Where the hell did I put this? Right here. So this needs to be input 01A1. Oh, I saw it. Input bind. You're going, okay, cool. And our UV assembler is done now, which is huge, so we can get an interface. Get our screwdriver. Right, throw these in. So to output, and then what do these need? These just need soldering alloys. So we can do an export bus for soldering alloy. Okay, that wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. Okay, so how many of these do we need? So we want to upgrade the assembler, right? The large assembler. And the large assembler is a robot arm and a conveyor. No, robot arm UV and a conveyor UV. So that upgrades the, I think we just need an electric motor block for the mixer. We need 2 electric motor blocks. Nice. Okay, so now we should take a look at the Maltese. The Maltese Falcon. So is this UV? No, it's ZPM. We could put an input hatch. No, we would need, that's way too fast. Again, that's way too fast. Because what we need is like, we can upgrade this to a ZPM. I think that's UV. I think, yeah, this should be UV. So we can upgrade it like this. We just need 2. Okay, so everything's kind of just going. The magnetic rods are killing us. So that's pretty fun. It's actually really funny that that's the current bottleneck, but I'm not really that surprised. Because these are, it should have been upgraded long ago. But at least we have an easy win goal for us at some point. Are these both LUV inputs? That's weird. Because all we really need is just one. Is this going to be making anything for these? No. You're good. And then you're good. Yeah, so we can upgrade this right now. Right? And then this needs to be A101 or something. Bind. Yes, and then you can go here. And then we just need that. It'll form. This should be at UV at the very least. Yeah, it's at UV. Sweet. So for the assembler here, we just needed... What are we waiting for? What are we waiting for? So we got the 2 electric motor blocks. We have the conveyor block at UV. Okay, in that case, let's go upgrade the this. So this is at LUV. So we need another ZPM input hatch. Another one of these. Right? Did that finish already? Do we just have... Huh. Switch this one out as well. And then we need NAC alloy. For that, and then ZPM. Yeah, nice. Okay, so this should be at UV. Yeah, but then we need the mixers, right? So now it'll be at UV, sweet. So we can come under here, put in a quadruple input hatch. Do that, and then I think we want a filtered output. Probably not LUV, but EV should be enough for the time being. Right? Actually, we may want 2 of these. Here's what I'm thinking. So this one is going to be for UU matter. Right? And then we have a output hatch here. But we want to change it to a filter blacklist UU matter. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. I think that's the best way to do that. And then a storage fluid bus. And a fluid interface, right? So quadruple input hatch. This is going to be... Hold on. It's going to be this, this, and this. Then this is going to be that. Nope. We need a cable. Perfect. Set to extract only. Okay, so now we're using literally every side of this, but it's working. And we are getting UU matter. So that is fantastic. And this is UV? It will be as soon as we upgrade the robot arm and the conveyor module. Okay, so now this is completely at UV. Sweet. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is go and make sure that we can make the mainframes, right? So the mainframe is going to be this. We're only going to make one for now, since UU matter is our bottleneck. But we don't want to be greedy and put it on UV, UHV. Crystal mainframe. That's a UV circuit. Aren't we making better UV circuits? I know we're making better UV circuits. UV, yeah, we have the wetwares now. So we can take these out. Which means I might put it on this one? No. We probably want it on one of these, because I think one of these might be a better choice. Not that one. This one. So we want to add, for this, we want sterilized and EU matter. Are we, why don't we have any sterilized growth? Are we out of sterilized growth? That's going to be so awkward if we are. Where's sterilized growth we need? Those are stem cells. I think it's going to be this one. No, this is raw growth. So raw growth goes into this one. Versatility. We have... Oh, is raw growth not being put in here? No, it's not. That makes sense. But now it is, and we should be making a bunch of it, yes. So, there we go. Sterilized growth. Yeah. So if we head back over to the wetware, I think it was one of these. Yeah, so yes, question mark. We are missing some of this. Yeah, let me go get these patterns in and I'll bring it back. Okay, got those patterns in, and now we can craft our first UHV circuit, which is pretty exciting. And while we do that, we can clean up like all of this. Motors can go, U matter can go, fusion casing, these can go. Ah, we're clean. We are clean. Fermium plates can go. Yeah, okay, so once we have that, then we go into the fusion stuff, right? So we want, you can quickly make patterns for this. Soldering alloy at ZPM. We can go here, we can say, hey, you can make this. And then fusion coil mark 3 is just a pattern in the assembler. 32 at a time. So this is going to be in none, right? Yeah. And then fusion coil blocks assembly line. And these don't look too bad. We just need to make sure that the one we use has, actually, how long is this recipe? It's 20 seconds at UV. Okay. We need to double check how many of these assemblers have helium. I think they all actually have helium. Yeah. Okay. So since they all have helium, we can parallelize it, which is good because this would be slow otherwise. "20 seconds is a long time to wait for a whole bunch of these." Nice. Okay, so is our... No, this is still going. Osmiridium. Ultimate. So we need 32 fusion coil. Can we make these? What are we missing? We are missing Nequadria dust, PBI sheets, potassium magnate, and UV superconductor. Okay. So for how many of these do we need? We need 79 of these. So if we wanted like 100, we're just missing dubnium plates, which is fine. And then for the fusion reactor, Mark 3, what are we missing? We are missing fermium, dubnium, and UV superconductor wire. Okay, No, that's not bad at all. Because the fermium I have, just so that it doesn't accidentally get used. The quadria we need to look into. PBI sheets, I think that's just a matter of we're not storing enough. So let me get patterns in for everything and I'll bring you back. Okay, we are back. Got the recipes fixed up for the fusion reactor. Noticed that the EU matter and the raw sterilized growth medium were screwing up the large mixers that we had set up. So I think we're going to need 2 more large mixers to fix that up. So I'll try to get that wrapped up, or get that done between episodes. Probably once the West Wing is finished built, we'll just set up 2 mixers, one for the sterilized growth medium and one for the EU matter, and just have those dedicated. In the meantime, I think the Wetware Mainframe is crafting, so we can go check on that to make sure that it's actually crafting. As it should be, and it's not just stuck somewhere. It doesn't look like it is. It just takes 100 seconds, which is fine. So that's almost done. And in the meantime, I think we should be good. So the issue we were having is that stuff was just, it mostly wasn't, we didn't store enough. A lot of it we had passived, and we only kept like 2048 PBI sheets, so I just added a upgrade to that. So hopefully now we'll have enough product to make what we need. And there's the Wetware Mainframe. Beautiful. Love to see it. So now let's get crafting the Fusion Reactor Mark III. Reactor Mark III, and we are just missing the fermium ingots. Didn't we? No, I never put those in. There we go. Now we should be able to craft the Fusion Reactor Mark III. Right, just want to double check that is the Mark III, and there we go, off to the races. So that one's done. 32 fusion coil blocks. What are we missing? A quadria dust. So that got stopped, so that needs to go for a little bit. But the 100 fusion casings, right? We should be able to craft. Yeah, no problem whatsoever. Just a whole bunch of ingots. So what we're waiting on right now is just the Nequadria. God, this is a mess. I do not like this at all. I think we're low on... No, we're not low on radon. We're not low on that. You should be running, but you are not because you're full. That, so the caesium... So we're just low on whatever this is. Xenon trioxide with caesium fluoride. So we're missing caesium, right? We have 317,000 caesium. We're not missing caesium. I think this is just a fact that we don't have it on tap. God, I hate how I have this set up. I have ideas if we ever do this again. Lid interface, where is the item interface? Okay. Right. So that should be going again, which it is. Perfect. Beautiful. Yes. Okay. So that means that's going, which means this is going. Or should be going. Where does this go? This goes into the nitrile fluoride, right? Hold on. Nitrogen dioxide. nitrogen. You're backed up. You are missing something. Xenon trioxide. Oh, geez, Louises. Where do you go? You go into here, but you're missing something. Yeah, nitrile fluoride. So let's pause this. Nitrile fluoride, and you're missing nitrogen dioxide. We are not low on nitrogen dioxide, which means it's just not being pumped in here. Okay, so there's the nitrile fluoride, which is going. That means this should be going now? Yes. Okay. Yeah, it's just like stuff like this where it's not, we're just missing stuff. Missing ingredients we already have because they're not being piped in. Sweet. Okay. So that just means this is being backed up. Right? We are at 300 and we need like 400 something. So I'll let that go for a little bit and I'll bring you back once stuff has been finished up. Or, oh wait, hold on. Do we have the fusion? Yeah, we have the 2 stacks of fusion coiled casings. We're still just missing a little bit of Naquada dust. That's fine. And then we just need 16 UV input hatches. That's a simple recipe. So yeah, I'll bring you back once we're good. Okay, so just checking back in. Everything seems to be going well. We're just crafting up the last 2 wetware mainframes, or the last 1 wetware mainframe for the Fusion Reactor Mark III. I also noticed when I went to craft the 32 fusion coils, we have everything except we just don't have a CPU big enough. So I'm expanding our CPU area a little bit. I think we just need 1 more of these. I'm just adding on another little one. Not a little, but like medium, I want to say. Not as big as this one, but not as small as what we currently have. This is going to be changed eventually. It needs to. I think we're hitting the limit on our crafting. I'm actually surprised we made it this far with how little crafting like infrastructure we actually have, or crafting CPU infrastructure we have. We really only had 1 big one handling all our crafts, and ideally we have more of these. So I think that's going to be something we take a look into within the next few episodes, is just buffing out our AE and everything. So let's get this put down, right? So that should be good for a little bit. And then we can do this, we can do this. We put that down, and now we just need to do that. But I want to wait for this craft to finish before we actually throw it down. Oh, and we're crafting the fusion reactor. Okay, so that's pretty good. Oh. And there's our fusion reactor Mark 1 or Mark 3. So very quickly, let's get this built. Let's get this replaced. And now we should be able to craft 32 of these. Yep, again, no problem. What's the big bottleneck here? What will be the bottleneck? Okay, so this is crafting on the big one, which is good. Beryllium. That's fine. Magnetic rods again. That needs to be buffed out. We need the multi-block for that. Electric pumps, improved nether stars, so that's going fairly well. Crafts about 9 at a time. We need more, like, wire mills. We should upgrade the wire mill. That's what we should do. We also need more metal presses, bending machines. All that good stuff. Yeah. So that's where we're at. So once we get this, our 16 energy input hatches are done, and we can also grab the fusions. So all we're really waiting for are just the 32 fusion coil blocks. So while we're waiting, let's take a look at the metal we need. So this is going to be plutonium, which we have, and calcium, which we don't have. Calcium, how much calcium do we have? We have 760,000 calcium. We are fine on calcium. We also have a bunch of calcium hydride that we can do something with. We almost have 1 million of this. Holy shit. Calcium chloride. Calcium chloride in an electrolyzer gets us that. Yeah, so we do have the option of doing something with that, which we should. I don't think we have the hydrochloric acid that we need, though. Shit, now I don't even know if we have the helium we need. 28. Okay, so we should be good on helium. I hope. We'll see. We'll find out. But we need to figure out helium. Helium's going to be a bottleneck. I don't think plutonium's going to be a bottleneck. So once we have this seaborgium ingot, easy. That gets us screws, UV circuits. Yeah, sensor. We need to make a sensor. Exquisite diamond. How much exquisite diamond do we have? We have a bunch. We have 7,000. Not a bunch, but enough to make the one sensor we need. Okay. And then once we get the void ore miner, we'll be good to go. Set it up and buff out. Oh, we have so much to do. You have so much to do. We're not even 100 episodes deep, and we have so much to do. We made it further than I thought we would. I thought by episode 100 we would be somewhere in LUV or ZPM, but we're not even at 100. I think this is 73, and we're at UV, which is really cool. Ooh. But man, we're feeling the struggling of the base. We really are. I keep saying we need to upgrade it and update everything. Okay. I'll bring you back once we're closer to being done. Okay, we are back, and we just finished up the, what are these called? Fusion coil blocks. We have a lot we can improve on. These did take a bit of time to craft, namely the magnetic rods, as we know. I think I've said that several times this episode. That needs to be fixed. But also the everything circuit related, basically. The ZPM circuits we're using are pretty slow. The sterilized growth medium wasn't set up properly. And we need more large mixers. So let's get this built really fast. I don't expect this to actually take too long. Preview? Yeah, so that's the way we want it. Let's build it. Let's build this bad boy. And we're just missing the input outputs, which is fine. That's why we made more of the fusion coral casings than the quest asked for. Because we want the output, or not the output. The input output buses are going to be here. This is going to be set up how we set up the other whatchamacallits, fusion coral rings. So we need input hatches, 2 fluid input hatches, and an output hatch. UV. So how does this work? The input hatches, HV actually. We will use HV for this, and then the output hatch goes here, and the remaining hatches are just casings. So this should form, unless we're missing casing somewhere, then we can do that. No. Input hatch, output hatch. Why? I just realized that these are output hatches and not input hatches. So that is my bad. Actually, we do want them here. Since we're kind of trying to mimic the sides here. Okay, sweet. So there we go. There is our Fusion 3 fusion reactor. We have a bit of time left in this episode. Let's actually, no, this is going to be where we wrap up. Actually, you know what we can do? We can get this quickly set up here, where this is going to be plutonium, and this is going to be calcium, and then we are going to have a tank, just a small one here with a fluid storage bus right here, set to extract only, and then P2P tunnels are going to be what? Going to be, yeah. Wait, is this right? We used transformers. So yeah, we're gonna need UV transformers. Anyway, we'll get this set up next time. Maybe take a look at getting the void ore miner and seeing what damage that does to the... We need to fix ore processing, because right now it's a bit of a mess. Ideally, I'm not sure if I want to do... Actually, we can get these. That wouldn't be too bad. I have a few ideas for how I want to do ore processing. We can either have super chests for each of the items we want to keep, or we can have drives. I'm kind of leaning towards drives, especially now that we can get the UV ones. At the very least, ZPM ones. That's a lot of stem cells, though. That is a lot of stem cells. But we'll see what happens. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I shall catch you next time.